Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson, and I'm back again today with another 7 trades. Today's date is April the 30th, and I'm using my new Pro Scalper system. Love it. It makes trading really easy, for me to do at least. Before I get into these trades, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time. It took me 8 years and over 700 systems to learn that. Now, if you want to get that up to over 80% success rate, you will have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I will put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. Okay, now we can get into the trades. First one here at the top is the Euro CAD, so let's run a check on that. And just to let you know, most of these trades, I believe, except for one, qualified for the way I teach in the videos called A Great Way to Trade. This is a perfect example of what it should look like using all the indicators on the top and the bottom. So I took the trade. Now most of these trades I was running, like I got late to the computer and it was around between 9 and 9:30 approximately when I took the trades. I try to get into the trades between 6 and 8, no later than 9, and I try to complete the trades between 9 and 10. Today was running just a little bit later, and it was around 10:20 and 10:30 and 10:40, as you can see. So, took the trade. Now, it did go against me. Most of these trades didn't go very many pips against me. This was like 13 pips, and I closed it out at this point with 9 pips, and 9 pips on the Euro CAD paid $733. Now, I could have managed the trade and stayed in the trade for more pips, and I do teach that in the videos called How to Stay in the Trade for More Pips. Remember, what you're paying for is the advanced trading tips that I teach within the training videos. This is what you're going to need to get over the hump and become a successful trader. Okay, let's move on to the next trade. Pound Swiss. Drag and drop it up, see where I got in at. Another perfect example of a great way to trade right from this candle. This candle was a trigger, and this candle here was a little stronger trigger, and that's why I pulled the trigger. I knew I was going to get some pips as I had a little bit of room to get down to this average daily range, this red line. Pull the trigger here, and after I saw it bouncing around and not doing much more as far as going down, I just decided to close out the trade. Looks like with 10 pips, and 10 pips on the Pound Swiss paid $1,096. Now moving on to the next trade, Pound Yen. As I can see, and keep in mind that not only most of these trades were a great way to trade, but the scalper is also indicating this red line means we're selling, and in the top left corner it always locks in the higher time frame, which is the 15 minutes, and you can see it's still saying to sell. Now this scalper will only work on 1 minute, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. because as you can see, if I go to the 30 minutes, the scalper disappears. But you can still tell by the goal line here that we're going down. So once you know you're going down, all I do is I wait for the best, the best price to get in at. Now, I don't always get the best price. I came to the computer late today. The better price would have been up around here. But I knew I was going to get some pips, as I was only aiming to grab some pips down to the ADR. Took the trade at this cursor, and after a while, when I saw it bouncing around, I thought that's good enough for me. 12 pips. I closed out the trade on the pound yen with 12 pips, and that paid $1,100. Now, another important thing that you should try to get in the habit of doing is do more than one trade, because you never know. Imagine if I would have just focused on the EuroCAD, did one trade, and to get, less than 10 pips. I usually will do between 5 and 10 trades, and as I said today, I did 7 trades. And the reason why I try to do between 5 and 10 trades is because I don't know which one is going to be the biggest mover. And obviously, looking at it now, the euro dollar and the pound dollar, they moved more pips. Most important thing is you got to analyze the charts, go in the direction, either if it's up or down, and then you're just trying to get in at a half decent price and grab those 10 to 40 or 50 pips, whatever the market will give you. So keep that in mind. It's a very good tip to try to trade more than one trade. You can try to do 2 to 3, and as you're building up your experience and your practice, you'll see that it's not that difficult to do. Okay. Moving right along, Euro New Zealand, let's see where I got in at. Took the trade at this cursor. I got the pop-up signal right here. So when I got the signal, I looked at it and I thought to myself, hey, this qualifies for a great way to trade. Now, I could have exercised a little bit of patience and wait for this bit of a pullback, but I knew the most it would do is come back to the moving averages. Took the trade, did come back about 16 or 17 pips, and I closed it out at this point with 22 pips. Could have got more, but I was happy with the 22 pips, and 22 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $1,582. Now, if you're the type of trader who likes to stick around and grab more pips, I teach exactly how to do that in at minimum 2 videos. It's called How to Stay in the Trade for More Pips. And I still don't have a signal down here to close the trade. So I was happy with 22 pips, but I would be up right now 50 pips. Now, what I mean by me being happy is I have a goal, and once I have that goal, then I close down the trades. My goal is 100 pips a day, which is usually, will, depending on the pair that I'm doing, will pay out more than 8,000 and up to, like you see right here, over 10,000. All I got to do is keep an eye on the total, and that will suggest when I'm hovering around 100 pips or more. That is my unique way of trading. It's working. And another little thing that you could have done, and I do that from time to time, once I see it's doing a pullback, if I didn't jump in right here, another thing you can do, it's a good tip for you traders, you can, let me put this so you can see here it is right here where I got in, but it did do this pullback. You just put in a trend line. It's not complicated. Put in a trend line. There's no right or wrong. And immediately, as soon as it breaks it, all you got to do is ride the top, either the wicks or the bodies. As soon as it breaks it, get in. And if you're in the trade still, you're up 52 pips. So whether you get in here, or here, it's not a big deal. Pips are pips as far as I'm concerned. And that is what you have to learn, a lot of different things. And that is why I teach a lot of different things. And another thing right here is you can throw a fib on it. Very simple, very easy to do, from swing low to swing high. And the Fibonacci came back to either entry 1, 2, or 3. It did hit number 2. And usually, as a rule, if it comes back to 1, 2, or 3, it will make it to 2, target 2. And everything above that, I call that a bonus, did hit target 3, 4, and 5. And it can still continue to go up as long as I don't see a reversal signal down here at the bottom. Now, I want you to keep in mind that this is an advanced Fibonacci tool that is not standard or default within the MT4 platform. If you have a burning desire for excellent Fibonacci tool like this, I do make it available. As I mentioned, I do make it available. It's a full course. I teach how to trade using Fibonacci. And it comes with a lot of videos, a lot of trade examples, and a lot of training and education, like minimum 3 gigabytes of training. So if you have any burning desire or any further interest in this FibMaster full course with this advanced FibMaster tool right here, all you got to do is get in contact with me. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, which is the Pound New Zealand. Now on this next trade, the Pound New Zealand, let's drag and drop it up. Now in real time, I thought it was just, here's your buy signal right there, just to let you know. Didn't quite qualify for a great way to trade until it comes to this point. And then I was waiting for the pullback. Now I thought it was going to just bounce here and go up, but the market is very random and it did one more cycle down to this area of support. All I did in real time was put the box in here. I do that from time to time. And of course, once I saw these 3 candles right here and this perfect doji, I knew it was going to start to go up and I was going to get some pips. Now, just to let you know, it did go against me, but that's not a big deal. I know how to trade. It did go against me about 30 pips. And I closed it out as it was hitting this area of resistance with 26 pips. And those 26 pips on the Pound New Zealand paid $1,870. So remember, you have to get trade management in order, and you have to learn how to trade market flow, which is what I teach in most of the videos. Moving right along to the next trade, the euro dollar. First thing I would notice right away from 6 o'clock in the morning, right here, that this is a great looking trade, that the way it should look, as I teach within a great way to trade. Got my timing pretty much perfect. Perfect would have been here, by the way, but the difference between here and there is only 7 pips. And I closed it out, just other than being happy with the grand total down at the bottom. Looks like I ended up with 19 pips. And 19 pips on the euro dollar paid $1,900. Let's move on to the last pair, the pound dollar. See where I got in at. Pound dollar and euro dollar, you know, they both usually go in the same direction, as you will notice as time goes on. Not always, it just depends on which one is the driver. Keep in mind, you have to keep an eye on the meter, which will guide you and help you to get into trades. Took the trade at this point, perfect example of a great way to trade. Both these trades had the US dollar in it, and as you can see in the meter, it is a workhorse. It is the driving force. And I ended up, looks like with 22 pips, and 22 pips on the pound dollar paid $2,200. So another great day of trading, a great way to end the week. And the pip total, as I said, I'm happy with 100 pips. So I am happy as I got 119 pips, and those 119 pips paid $10,483. Now, if your system is not producing like my Pro Scalper trading system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And to do so, all you have to do is look right below this video, and you'll see this write-up with a lot of information. I do charge $250 for the Pro Scalper, and I teach how to trade the flow of the market. You have to learn that. Now, this package, it does have 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 5 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now, I threw in a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and that's what you're going to need, a lot of education to succeed. Now, there's a lot of ways to trade, and I'm not going to go through them all. All you got to do is put it on pause, and all of this information takes up a lot of training videos. There's 42 of them, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. The only one I'm going to talk about is a great way to trade. You're looking at a perfect example of it on the right-hand side here. Comes with a very high success rate as long as you follow the rules within the training videos. Now you can put this video on pause, read all the different ways that I teach, and this is what you're paying for. This training, a lot of advanced tips and tricks within the videos. This is what you're going to need to succeed. If you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore here. Now, I do prefer Skype. Made it easy for you. All you got to do is click on this link, and through Skype screen sharing, I will give you a free session and give you a few advanced trading tips that should help your trading. So, if you also click on this link, you will see 32 screenshots of all the different trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video, and I'll repeat it again. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.